Hello everybody, I was in a margin call recently and I wanted to make this video to talk about my experience of how the margin call happened and what I did to resolve the issue. I'll also be going over my portfolio and all of my positions. Let's get started. So right now my portfolio is worth $149,353.52. In the past year I am up $53,695.77. Year to date for the year 2024, I am up $54,950.36. Today was a green day for me. As you can see, I was up $3,874.71 today. So huge green day, made around $4,000, and right now my portfolio is around 149K. I could have been at above 150K, but I'll talk about that later. So let's go over my positions. For my options, I'm selling Amazon $210 covered calls. These expired December 20th. My return, I am down $5,628. I'm selling Target $145 covered calls. These expired December 20th. My return, $2,192. I have Verizon $35, $33 put credit spreads. These expire December 20th. My return, $1,353. I have Verizon $47, $49 call credit spreads. These expire December 20th. My return, $500. I'm selling Delta Airlines $62 covered calls. These expired December 27th. My return, $1,448. I'm selling Google $180 covered calls. These expired December 27th. My return, I am down $1,841. I'm selling SoFi $15 covered calls. These expire March 21st, 2025. My return, I am down $9,664. For my stocks, I have 300 shares of Amazon. Amazon is at $232.75. My average cost, $188.27. My return, $13,343.55. I have 6,400 shares of SoFi. SoFi is at $17.29. My average cost, $5.70. My return, $74,186.05. I have 200 shares of Google. Google is at $196.98. My average cost, $169.60. My return, $5,476. I have 200 shares of Target. Target is at $132.79. My average cost, $149.41. My return, I am down $3,324.50. I have 400 shares of Delta Airlines. Delta Airlines is at $61.15. My average cost, $65.76. My return, I am down $1,844. So let's talk about why I got into a margin call and what I did to resolve it. So the account that I'm using, it is margin enabled. It's a margin account. So what I did was I bought a diagonal spread on Disney. So I bought the Disney $70 calls expiring December 2025. And then I sold a Disney $105 call against it, expiring, well, it was supposed to expire at the end of this week. However, what happened was the call option, the 105 call option that I was selling, it got assigned early. So early assignment. And because of that, my portfolio went into an account deficit of about, I think, like over 30 something thousand, like $37,000 account deficit. So because of that, I got into a margin call, and Robinhood said you have to deposit or do something to resolve this $37,000 margin call, this deficit. And what was really upsetting, because I feel betrayed, I feel tricked, I feel cheated, because the way it was set up, it even had like a little helpful guide that I could click through, right? Robinhood made it seem as though I could resolve the issue, the account deficit, by exercising my Disney $70 calls that expire at the end of 2025. That's what I thought, because it walked me through it. And this is the first time I've ever gone through early call assignment. This has never happened to me before. So it's my first time, so I didn't know any better. This was my first time going through an early assignment of a call I was selling. So I didn't know how to handle it at first. But now, having gone through this, now I know. But anyways, I didn't know any better about what my real options were. But Robinhood made it seem as though I could resolve the issue by exercising my Disney $70 calls, expiring at the end of 2025. It even had a helpful guide that I can click through, and then I put in the order to exercise it today. And it turns out that actually was never an option. So I put in the order to exercise the Disney call option. However, no, it doesn't even show up here anymore. So the Disney $70 call, what happened was the order to exercise it got voided. So the order did not happen. The exercise did not happen. And I thought the entire time since I put in the order that I thought that's what was going to happen, that I was going to exercise the call option. However, I think it got voided because I didn't have the funds to actually buy the 500 shares. So it got voided. But I didn't know that because, like I said, this is my first time going through the situation. I've never gone through early assignment of a call I was selling before, so I had no idea. But now I know better. And it really sucks because what ended up happening was my order to exercise the Disney $70 call got voided, and instead, here's what actually happened. As you can see, today, 10 hours ago, all of these transactions happened, and this is not me manually doing this. This happened automatically by Robinhood. So what happened is they tried to sell my Disney $70 calls. Instead of exercising, they tried to sell to close. So as you can see, the limit price, $46, right? Limit sell at $46. And this got canceled because I guess it didn't fill right away. So then this order came in, limit sell of $45.95. And again, this got canceled because I guess it was not low enough. And then finally, limit sell, and this actually filled the 5 contracts at $45.90. So as you can see, Robinhood forced me to sell my Disney $70 calls expiring in December 2025 at pretty much the lowest price possible because it kept on canceling the orders until it reached a low enough price. Now, after it sold, as you can see here, there was a Disney market buy because I was at negative 500 shares due to the early assignment. So Robinhood also automatically bought 500 shares of Disney at $112.28. So those are all the things that happened today automatically by Robinhood. Knowing this, next time I think I'll take matters into my own hands and just close out the position early, or at least when I know that I was assigned early on those calls I was selling, I would still try to manually put in the order to sell my calls or something like that. Because I don't really want it to be happening automatically with Robinhood, because like what happened here, they sold it at pretty much the lowest price it was gonna sell for, instead of waiting for things to fill. I personally would not have just taken the lowest price. I would have tried to get a little bit higher than this. But anyways, I wanted more control over this whole situation, which I felt that I lacked. And I feel like I was lied to, because during the margin call, when it said I needed to do something, I needed to take action, it had a little, helpful guide that walked me through how to resolve the issue and what actions I could take. And Robinhood made it seem like I could have resolved the issue by exercising the Disney $70 call, which is not true. It was never true in the first place that was even an option for me, because the order was voided. The order to exercise the Disney $70 call was voided. So it was never even an option for me in the first place. Had I known that, I would have taken a different route and just closed out these calls at a price I would have been happy with. So I'm not happy about the way that things turned out, and about the way that Robinhood basically forced these transactions on me without me having any control over it. And I'm also not happy about the fact that Robinhood kind of deceived me into thinking that I could have taken an action of exercising the call when that was never even an option that I could have taken in the first place. This was my first time going through the situation, the early assignment, the margin call. It was the first time for all of this for me, so it was a new experience for me, and now I know better because I've gone through this. This whole thing was a giant, it was a big headache, honestly. And it was kind of stressful navigating the situation because I had just never gone through it before, and I thought I had Robinhood to help me walk through it, but that didn't really work out well either, because exercising the call option was never even a viable option that I could have taken anyways. So I feel lied to there. Anyways, this could have been handled much, much better than it was. With that being said, I can't complain too much just because I am at 149,000. I feel like if I had taken matters into my own hands and put in the order to close out the $70 calls myself, if I had gotten a better price on it, I would have probably had more money. I might have even hit 150K by now. But that's in the past. I can't do anything about it anymore because the situation is already over. Robinhood already forced that position to be closed at the lowest price possible, and now there's nothing I can do about it anymore. Now going through this, I know what to do next time. Anyways, that was my experience. I hope you guys found it useful to hear about what I went through, and to prepare yourself if you ever go through the same situation, you'll understand about what to expect, especially if you're using Robinhood. If you don't really take any action, most likely it looks like Robinhood will basically do the transactions themselves on your behalf. Anyways, I'm glad that this whole thing is over. As you can see, I'm out of the margin call. That's no longer a thing. I have buying power of $47,942.03 now, so I do have buying power in my account again. Oh my goodness, this whole thing was wild. Anyways, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me talk about this and going over my positions as well. If you guys like this type of content, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll keep on making more of these videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.